Boom, 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 boom. Should we just stay in the dark the whole time? Does everybody want to stay in the dark? The light switch is off. Now, we paid the electric bill. We can afford to have lights. I'm just fucking with you. It's Saturday night. You should be ecstatic right now. The holidays are over. All of your relatives you hate have gone home. That's a big thing there, right? Everybody got rid of everybody. It's hard to do that, especially when you're trying to get rid of them. They just keep sticking around. You're like, go home. Christmas is over. New Year's is over. Leave. Please don't be here anymore. And they just keep sticking around. But they're gone now. It's Saturday after the holidays. Everybody's had their fill. What is it? We're on the 7th. So everybody has at least broken one of your New Year's resolutions. Don't lie. It's true. Sean Thornton says, Ireland, I'm looking between the sheets already. Sean Thornton says, Ireland loves the legendary bearded truth teller. That's far out, man. I think the biggest compliment I could get is if I had a time-traveling telephone booth and I went back in time like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and I popped out there and Jesus was sitting on a rock and said, dude, nice beard. I'd be happy. My life would be complete. Nathan T. Hey from New Zealand. I found this channel a week ago and have watched every video. Love you guys. You rock, Dad. Thanks, Nathan. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate that. Allison, leave it. Love your podcast. Thanks. Now, see, I'm still confused. Is this a podcast or is this a live stream? Is a podcast? If it's just audio, it's a podcast. But is it a podcast if it's a video podcast? And what's the difference between a video podcast and a live stream? I'm a little confused. Because if a podcast has an agenda, then I'm never doing one because I never know what I'm going to say at any given time. Well, it's Saturday. You guys know what that means. And look who else is on camera. There she is. Now, look at, we should have no lag. No. We did it my way this time. We bought a big old honking $100 cable and we ran it in there. You notice the doors behind her are closed. She closed it. She's like, fuck you guys. I'm staying. You didn't want to hear anything unless you had to from her. Can we hear you, sweetie? Can you say something?
Hello, everyone.
There you are. Look at that. All right. So now you get the big show. It's always a big show when there's more than one person involved. Yeah. So GXMom is on the scene. Gen X kid.
Am I staying here the whole time?
The whole goddamn time. You can pay me to turn off your camera, but it's going to cost you.
Oh, okay.
Just stay right where you are. How come what are you drinking?
Oh, some tea.
And I'm still got Hawaiian refrigerator water.
Yeah, no alcohol for me either.
No, well that's nice of you because I can't. So
I know.
it's that's like when you have labor pains, I had labor pains. When that was our thing. We were pregnant, not just you.
That's right.
We were pregnant. So if I can't have alcohol, neither can you. Well, it's nice of you to do that. Now see what's ALT Bravo? Alternate Bravo?
Or Atlanta Bravo?
Atlanta Bravo. Wise man ever my why is this my did you
why
write
is this
that?
Man ever my opinion? I don't know. That person was I don't know.
You know what? He just Alt Bravo is obviously a fan, but he needs to adjust his medication, but I'm all right with that. Trotty 666 Czech Republican millennial here.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that's different.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Karina Williams, 34-year-old mom of two, and proudly taking your parenting tactics. I have never had my parenting advice called a tactic. I like that.
Wait, your parenting advice?
Yeah, mine. No.
I'm part of this too.
You're the footnote at the bottom of each page.
I think not. I'm going to take full responsibility for all our kids being absolutely beautiful and wonderful.
Hey, you know what? Where's the kid? Hey, Gen Z kid. Yo, my man.
Oh, don't pull him into this.
No, I have to ask. Your camera's flickering.
Not on mine.
Not on yours. No one sees your camera flickering?
I just did it. Yeah.
See? Told you. I don't know what's going on with that, but I want to ask the kid if he can help change something. Maybe there's a setting we can do on that. Anyway, so yeah, there was a ton of stuff. I have a bunch of things I want to talk about tonight. But they segue. It's nice when things segue for me. Then I don't have to do any work. When you're trying to go from an albino rhinoceros and segue, into the Dodgers releasing Trevor Bauer, that's a big jump. You got to have some story that goes between the two, and I don't. So that's a little bit of a tough one. But what I'm going to do here is, hang on one second. I need to chingadaris my life. I turned off the mic so I could scream really loud in a thunderous
Thank you.
voice. Yeah.
I appreciate
You
that.
heard that from where you were, though, didn't you?
Yeah, and I was thankful because I think you would have blown out my ears.
Yep, you would have been bleeding in the ears right now. Okay, so a couple things. I know for a long time, all of you regular listeners, regular followers, regular viewership, if you will, you guys know who the Sun Valley Fox is. That's my brother-in-law.
My brother.
You're her brother, and I love him to death. And we give him a hard time. He watches the program with some regularity, and
He's probably watching right now.
he could be. We talked about when my mother-in-law passed away in April, how it made my wife and her brother a lot closer. They spent a lot more time, and they still do. They haven't given up on that, and I'm very thankful for that because they needed that for each other. But watching the program, I always tease about the will that my mother-in-law left, and in the will it said, that he was supposed to keep my decanter of whiskey full at all times. He was supposed to set aside some funds to do that. For
So
the
you
remaining.
say.
Well, that's what the will says.
Yeah.
I was there helping your mother write it in her final hours.
I bet you did. With her highball in her
I gave her
hand.
the highball in one hand, and I helped guide the hand in the other, and she signed it, and we're good.
I bet.
So we talk about that. We joke around with him a bunch, and every stream, you didn't fill my decanter until you guys started chiming in. That worthless SOB ever fill your decanter? No, he never has. So he did. He bought that one. Remember, a couple weeks back, he had a custom engraved, one of a kind, bottom of the Glass Nation decanter made. And we auctioned that off, and Loud won. He won that. He was set. And in the mail the other day, as a present to me, it's either birthday, Christmas to me, or to all of us here, he had a different one made. This isn't for sale. This isn't for auction. This is for me. And it is it says bottom of the Glass Nation, the General. It says December of 2022 on it. And on the back, it says, "Happy birthday, General, official bottom of the glass decanter. Catch you on the flip side." So he had it engraved. It did come with a lid. I just don't want to drop the lid.
That's
on here.
awesome.
And I want to say thank you. So I'm probably going to have to let him off the hook for not filling the decanter all those times, because I think this exceeds that.
Yeah,
I really
it's
do.
beautiful. Also, Elizabeth Rojas says, "Cheers to the Sun Valley Fox."
Cheers to
because
the
I
Sun
know
Valley Fox,
my
yeah.
brother does not see the comments because they watch it on television.
Yeah, he doesn't see the comments, so a lot of the stuff that goes by that's good, because a lot of them are trashing him. A lot of them are just beating him senseless about the head. So that's good that he does. But this one right here, this drink right here, is for the Sun Valley Fox. Everybody raise a glass to a man who I appreciate being part of my life. He is a good role model for all of us, and I really appreciate his involvement. He didn't have to do those two things with the decanters. He did them unsolicited, and out of the kind of his own heart, and I do appreciate it.
Yes.
So this one's for you, my friend, Sun
Cheers
Valley
to
Fox.
my brother. Also, Loud One said, "Great work, Sun Valley Fox. What a legend."
Yep. And so now Loud One and I are in possession of two very unique, one-of-a-kind items, and they're going to stay that way. We're not making any more of those. No one is. And I think that's important to keep them that way, too.
Just so my brother knows, everybody's raising a glass to you right now. I can see them all in the comments.
Yep.
And Top Knots Rule said, "Super cool."
It was very cool, which brings me to sunny point number 2. Now, I'm going to try not to trash this. Hey, do you got your phone on you, sweetheart?
I do.
Text dumbass and tell him to come here, because he obviously didn't hear me. So.
Well, I also have a couple PayPals.
Oh, well,
while
you
I'm
can
here.
cover those. I'll tell you what. You do the PayPals. I'll text idiot brain. And tell him to-
Okay. Jason gave us $10. Didn't say where it was going. And Lionheart gave $1. I think he's trying to test out the PayPal, but it looks like it's working. I think PayPal is working.
Hold on. Trippy said that you're not glitching. I want to know that. I got to know if you guys.
Somebody said on the comments that I was.
Yeah, I thought so. So still, we still need to tell.
Maybe it just depends.
I don't know. Yeah.
King Wisenoak said to the fox. And said, "Oh, and the visual is good on your end, General, with the finger."
Yeah, Wisen Oak.
And Wake Up said Sun Valley OG straight gangsta.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that appreciate what he did. They appreciate him being part of the program. So many people. You got to remember, the last couple of years we've been doing this, we have moments where you guys as members fit into these things, right? We had Joe Haney with the Woodshed for a while. We have Mrs. Four always talking about the bookkeeper stuff in and out. Wisen Oak always flips me off when we do the microphone. I mean, there's just names that associate with little pieces of this, and not every live stream, not every time, and it comes and it goes. But you guys are just as much a part of this as anybody.
Yeah.
We talk about
definitely.
you guys all the time with that kind of stuff. So.
My brother texted. The Sun Valley Fox texted, so I wanted to share it with everybody. He said, "Thanks so much. We are so touched. Love you." So
there we go.
that was very nice.
Still looking for my idiot son. I don't know where he went, but I'm getting pissed now because he's not coming down here to help me out. Anyway, so I mentioned, now see, this is the free segue. You see how this goes? I don't even have to think too much about this. I was talking about the Sun Valley Fox. I was talking about how my wife and him have gotten closer. So they do FaceTime calls quite often. And they go back and forth with those, and they stay with great regularity, which is nice. And so it was yesterday, I think it was last night. Oh, hey, check. I know, but I can't keep calling you, and I can't wait. Watch.
Where was he?
Probably out front. It's glitching, and you're going to change the settings again, or what are you doing? I didn't close it out. It's there somewhere. It's kind of weird.
I don't know what it is. I think that's just the camera. I don't know what. See, look, it does the.
Yeah,
It's not that often, though.
it is. It's pretty frequent.
Oh, is it?
Like that.
You want to leave it?
Dude, I don't know why it's doing that.
You want to just unplug it and replug it again?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to unplug me?
Yep, you're unplugged, but you're going to come right back.
Everybody's saying hello to the kid.
Oh, you unplugged the Stream Deck.
Oops. Sorry.
Oh,
Fuck
get
is wrong
going.
with you? God damn fucking kid.
Hi.
All right, so let me see if I'm even back on. I'm probably not even.
No,
back
I can see you.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Let me-
gone.
all right, so let me go back and see if you're on there, and you must be coming back in a minute.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Everybody's saying hi to the kid if he wants to pop his
everyone's
head
saying
in.
hi to you.
Hi.
Hey, kid. So, did you plug that back in? Oh, it takes a minute, right?
Yeah.
Didn't take that long.
You fucked everything up. You fucked it
Oh,
up. as Walter
I'm not
says.
there.
I put blue lights on.
Do you have a blue light on your camera? Hello?
Oh,
Gen X
I'm
Mom?
sorry. Yes, because I just got another text message.
Yeah, she's got a blue
General,
light on
you
her
are
camera.
awesome. Thanks so much. You make me tear up.
That
From my
boy,
brother,
big
from the
old
Valley
baby
Fox.
boomer crying, Sun Valley Fox crying like a little. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with my story, and we'll let the kid work on this stuff. So anyway, they're doing a FaceTime call, and I wanted to be part of it because there's some stuff we had to discuss, some other things, and so I went ahead and I was talking during the call, and we were doing the FaceTime call, and it's the Sun Valley Fox and his wife. And it's Gen X Mom and I. We're just sitting in her office and we're doing our thing, talking about stuff. And my phone beeps, my cell phone, and I'm sitting there, and I look at it, and it's Loud One. Now, anybody who remembers that we've had the Loud One problem, I'll refresh you real quick. We had lunch one time a few months back, and we all get done having this big lunch, and I think Low Torque was there, and Gen X Mom was there. It's back on. All this stuff. And we walk outside from having lunch. We've been there for 2 hours, and all of a sudden, yes, we see you that you're back. And all of a sudden, then he says, "Hi," and he's Australian, remember? So all of a sudden he goes, "Hey, you want to go out there and make? You want to go out? You know it's there too. You want to go out and make pasta?" I said, "No, I don't want to make any pasta." He goes, "Nah, you're not listening. You want to go out to my truck and make some pasta?" I said, I just ate lunch with you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't want to make any pasta. What? And he goes, I said, you want to make pasta. And I'm like, what the fuck? I think it was Low Torque or somebody. He goes, no, he wants to know if you want to meet his dog, Buster. I go, that is not what he's fucking saying. He's not saying Buster, dog Buster. He's saying make pasta.
You just don't know Australian.
No, I guess hey, look, his accent is so thick. Crocodile Mick Dundee would have looked at him and gone, "What the fuck are you saying, mate?" It's that thick. So anyway, so that was months ago and it passed. I think most people call his dog Pasta now just as a joke.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Anyway, so so I'm on the FaceTime call, and the phone is beeping. I'm texting. He texts me, and he says, hey, now qualify this. Everybody knows A-E-I-O-U.
Oh, man. You're
those?
going to say this story.
What are those? A-E-I-O-U. Those are vowels. Right? A-E-I-O-U in vowels.
Oh, loud one. Hang on there.
V-O-W-E-L-S vowels. So he texts me. He goes, hey, I need you to write down my vowels. And I'm in the middle of a phone call, but I'm taking his call. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So I get my phone up here. I'm like, it's vowels. He said, vowels. And so you're like, A-E-I-O-U. Those are your vowels. And what the fuck are you talking about? Set the phone down. A minute later, he goes, no. I need you to write them for me. So I'm like looking at her, looking at the phone. I'm like, what the fuck does he want me to write down vowels for? Did I miss one? Did I not say, okay, A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y? I go, and you vowels, what the fuck, man? Put my phone down again. So in a little bit, he's like, well, I'm getting nervous. It's getting towards my wedding day. I don't know what to say. And I'm like, oh, you meant vows. Okay, vows. Write the wedding vows. Now I know what he means. But he said vows like 3 times. And I'm like, that's not what the fuck how would you, A-E-I-O-U? I can't say it any clearer. What the fuck do you want? I didn't know what he wanted. So I kept saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Because he couldn't have possibly meant vowels. All of a sudden it becomes clear. And I politely said, write your own vows. I don't know what to say. I'd fuck that completely up. So, we're joking around. He's laughing. I'm laughing. And we're done. I put the phone down. Now, this is where it even gets dumber. This is where it gets even dumber. Now, I'm not saying that every chick I know has no fucking clue to what's going on in the real world. But I'm telling you, every chick I've ever met in my entire life has a legitimate blonde moment. It's true. I can't explain it.
Hey.
I just said a blonde moment. I wasn't accusing you.
I've never been a blonde.
No, but you've had blonde moments. I'm telling you. So I'm talking with the Sun Valley Fox, and I'm telling them, I said, you're not going to believe this thing right here, So I'm sharing with the Sun Valley Fox. I'm telling him on this FaceTime call, this is a phone one. I was vows and vows and vows and vows, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I can write your vows for you. So we get to it, and we're laughing about it, and the Sun Valley Fox's wife and my wife are kind of chattering under their breath. And they're like, well, now, just, okay, you're getting on him. Because I'm making fun of Loud One. I'm raking him over the coals with my brother-in-law. Sun Valley Fox and I are having a good laugh about it. It was funny.
Yes.
But these two women, well, now you guys stop. Just okay. Just be nice. Don't make. Now you would think they were going to say, now don't make fun of him for how he was writing. He made a mistake. You would think that's what they were going to say. You know what they said? You want to know what these two girls said? They said, well, now you just be nice. You got to just be, his accent is so thick. He's Australian. It's his accent. And I went, now we froze. The Sun Valley Fox and I stared at each other on the FaceTime call. It's like, what accent? He's fucking texting. He wasn't saying this out loud. What the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck could you blame this on an accent? He was typing. He was typing in an Australian accent? What the fuck are you talking about? All of a sudden, they're embarrassed. We're laughing again. And I did it. I did it right in the middle of the fucking Zoom call. I pulled that laptop real close, and I recited it word for word. Oh, the women were trying to get me to shut up. They were talking over me. But I'm telling you what, the Sun Valley Fox, word for word, said, I leaned into my sister-in-law with my wife right next to me, and I said, at moments like this, I'm reminded of the greatest philosopher of the 20th century.
Oh, my God, you guys both did it. It was
Iceman
ridiculous.
from Bodfish, who looked across the table and said, Chicks, man. Chicks.
Yeah, you guys both said it together. It was ridiculous.
Because you guys, you were hinting and indicating that there should have been some accent problem in texting. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, my God. I almost got up and left the meeting. I almost said, okay, I got to go. I know my health would not allow me to
You guys were driving us crazy.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Just so you know, you and my brother cannot be in the same room together physically. I don't think that would be...
We're going to be in Reno.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Gen X Talks is having a meet and greet in Reno around the 1st of April.
I know. I don't think that's a good idea.
Well,
I'm starting to rethink this.
I don't think anybody can stop us.
I don't think so.
So that was just the little lead in there. See, the transitions are so wonderful when they take care of themselves. The segues are so nice when they just flow like that. I don't have to do any work at all. Oh, I'm telling you, that was a real thing that really happened, and I didn't have to do any of the work on that. You know, my life, comedy presents itself. If I sit around long enough, it just shows up. And it's almost always at the expense of chicks, man.
You can't make this stuff up.
No. All right, let me jump over here between the sheets, see if she's doing her job.
I am doing my job. I'm always doing my job.
How about you sit there quietly? How about that?
Hey.
Is that your job?
Hey.
What?
Watch it.
All right. Mateo Thomas, it's too funny. My nickname has been Bobblehead for almost 20 years. Carnival worker. Didn't know I got a day. Yeah, today's National Bobblehead Day. It's true. It's a true story. You just got to be part of it. It's National Bobblehead Day. Carnival worker, I didn't know I got a day. I hope that you guys are having a great day. Also, take care. Mateo Thomas, that's Dr. Bobblehead. That's Dr. Thomas over there. Loud one, $5. Going to be in and out, brother. Taking all the stuff back into the Harmon show for Teardown. Wow. Glad you're feeling somewhat better. Love you both. Yes, I am doing better today. If I run out of air, I'll tell you. But yeah, I have not eaten. I don't think I've had.
Oh, he had broccoli today. Everyone, he had broccoli.
I was just going to say that. You just
I wanted to kype it.
You kyped my doobage right in front of everybody.
Absolutely tootly.
I don't think I've had a bowl of broccoli combined in the last 15 years of my life. You took all the times I had broccoli. I hide it. I'll take one bite, but I hide it under the other stuff on the plate that I'm not finishing.
He's 12, and maybe even 5 when it comes to vegetables.
And I don't have them. I don't like them. I don't do them. So I did eat the whole bowl, which is now doubles my broccoli intake for the past 15 years, and I'm okay. I'm living. I'm surprised. I'm not dead.
Yes.
It's apparently broccoli is okay to eat. I didn't think so. I was always afraid of it.
Oh, they said you can have steamed vegetables, soft. That's what we're going for.
There isn't one steamed vegetable that I enjoy at all. I can't even choke down asparagus or cauliflower.
Oh my God.
I can tolerate broccoli because to be fair, when you prepare broccoli, there's no flavor. So it's not like I have to, so it's okay. Dakota Taylor, hey, sir, I know I don't. Let me back up. Hi, welcome.
Welcome to Gen X Talks.
I'm learning English today. It's my second day.
Goodness.
Dakota Taylor, hey, sir, I don't know you personally, obviously, but I have so respect for you and your family. Plus, somehow you have a perfect radio voice. Reminds me of Howard Stern.
Nice.
That was a very complimentary thing to say. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Dakota Taylor, living the dream with the headset turned all the way up, apparently.
Hey, they're asking, did you have broccoli? Can you have broccoli with cheese? So I wanted to tell them I put a little salt, a little pepper, and put some Parmesan on it a little bit.
But no
Gotta
cheese.
be careful.
I can't. I would love to.
What is Parmesan? Parmesan's cheese.
It's like a light dusting. It's the pixie dust of cheese.
Oh, okay.
It is.
My sister-in-law is very happy that you had broccoli. Just want you to know.
Well, thank God your sister-in-law approves because I live for those moments.
Mrs. Sun Valley Fox. Is that what we call her?
No.
We have to come up with something.
You can't call her that. She can't be the Mrs. Fox. I mean, when you say Sun Valley Fox, it's almost like an iconic, I'm single for the rest of my life and I got a big red Chevy van with a mattress in the back, shag carpet on the walls and the ceiling. And I bet your brother had one of those bubble windows on the side too, where they cut them out and there's like a heart or a diamond-shaped little bubble-tinted window in there.
I want to say it was round. He'd have to tell me for sure. I'm not sure.
That's the pinnacle of the Sun Valley Fox.
That's what I remember. Give or take a lie or two.
You stole my line. You stole my line.
Well, you know.
God, we're married. You can't come up with your own shit.
Oh, please.
Anyway. When you think of the Sun Valley Fox, you don't think of some dude who's married and has kids. You think of a dude riding around, single, cigarette, dark glasses, wind in his long, flowing blonde hair. That's the Sun Valley Fox image.
He never had blonde hair.
There's no Mrs. Sun Valley Fox. Come on.
Okay, we'll have to come up with some name for her. We'll figure it out.
His girlfriend. I'll go along with
his girlfriend.
His 45-year girlfriend.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I think it's 45, 40. It's coming up on 40.
Steve West writes, 12 p.m. Sunday in Australia and first time catching the live. Having a beer for you. Thank you, Steve, because I can't drink right now. Keep up the great work with all the craziness going on. It's nice to know some screws are still tight. I love that. I love that. He's got it nailed down there. Steve West got it screwed on tight. My man, Dylan Barkermeyer. Hey, I almost said a millionaire. I thought it said, hey, I'm a millionaire, but it doesn't. It says, Dylan says, hey, I'm a millennial, an early one if that matters. Yes, it does. I am an English teacher. I cannot stand how Gen Z is destroying the English language. As a Gen X, did you find this with my generation? Yes. And I admit I probably don't speak correctly. In fact, when I do the world shows, we do a world show 10 a.m. Los Angeles time, 10 a.m. Los Angeles time, Mondays and Fridays. And when I do those shows, it's a world show. We get a lot of people from across the pond. So when I tell them that I'm speaking perfect English, they stop me right there. It offends everybody in Great Britain. Like, you don't speak English. You're speaking American. Apparently, there's a difference. No, I'm okay with that. They act like they're insulting me. They like, excuse me, you're not speaking proper English. You're speaking that American. All right, I'm speaking American. Let's go. Hillbilly, redneck, sideways, sideshow Bob. I'm in, baby. Let's go. I'm speaking American. So I understand you're an English teacher, and I'm not an English major, but apparently I've got a PhD in American.
Did you answer Dylan's question?
Yeah, he says, did you find this with my generation?
Oh, okay.
Oh, did I find that him being a millennial, did he fuck up the English language? I got to be honest, I don't know. Millennials were fucking up so many things growing up. I really wasn't focused on the language part of it. The only one that I corrected my children on repeatedly was when they'd come in and say, you know, me and Roger did this. And I'd say, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
You're grounded from hanging out with Roger. Why? Well, because you just said he's mean. No. If your friend is mean, I don't want you hanging out with mean people.
Yeah, all the time.
You just walked in and said, my mean Roger. And I said, that's it. And you go, no. I said, me and Roger. I said, yeah, say it again. Me and Roger. Yeah, mean Roger. He's out. He's no longer be your friend. Roger and I. And then I'd make them. That's the only time I'd ever be a stickler on shit like that. And it was mainly just to piss them off. It's not like I'm a grammar Nazi, but it was fun. Parenting, you're doing it right.
Trippy gave $2 for you to hydrate, so get with it.
God damn it, Trippy.
Unbelievable. By the way, the Sun Valley Fox said he had a Dodge van. Does that help?
Dodge van's cool. Dodge or Chevy van would fit the stereotypical
70s.
Yeah, 70s guy. Wasn't a lot of Ford vans running around then that I recall seeing in the junkyards after they all moved on and all those cool vans ended up in the junkyards. That's when I came around, was about that time. But they had all gone on to being married and having office jobs where they had to wear a white shirt and a little black tie. So all those really cool vans got sold off so they could afford to have babies, and they ended up in the junkyards, just rows and rows.
I remember even though I was just a little kid, I remember my brother having multiple cars. Like, he was flipping cars like
another trait.
All the time.
Dungus Fun, $5. Why can guys find girlfriends but can't find wives?
Oh.
They're good guys, but they can't find girls. Can you help them? You want me to help all guys find a wife? Listen, just keep it simple, all right? When you get a little bit older in life, and I don't mean wait till you're 40, I'm talking about in your mid-20s, you can look back. You know all the girls that were the party girls. You know who I'm talking about. They were fun to date, and I mean hellaciously fun to date, but you never really wanted to bring one home to mom. Do you also remember the girls that weren't the party girls, the ones you didn't really want to date because they always told you no? Those are the ones you want to go back and look for and find them and get married. Yes, that's what you want to do.
That was me.
That was you. That was exactly you. Arbot, member for 6 months. South African English is different from U.S. and British English, but we use a lot of British terms. You know, at some point, someone, and I don't mean right now on a live stream, someone's going to sit me down and give me some clear examples of the difference between American and English. And then we can go off into South Africa. I mean, there'd be three of us all pointing swords at each other, thinking we're all right. I think I'm all right. Are you all right? Good. Let's go. Disney Kid, member for 6 months. So, General, are you saying you are a grandma native?
I don't know what that means.
I have no idea what that means. Disney Kid, I'll tell you what you need to do. Okay, with your left hand, set down the alcohol. Okay, you with me? With your right hand, eat a little more of that sandwich, and when your metabolism balances out, let's try that again. Brian Ivany, member for 2 months, just got the 100 proof Jack Daniels and Chaser. I know I'm late, dealt with a couple situations. Brian, I'm not even going to put you in the woodshed because you brought the hooch, so we're good to go.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Ace Jumpman says Trippy said to hydrate. Did you not hydrate?
I did it right on fucking camera. What the wrong? How many babysitters do I need? Look, hydrating, fat kid drinking out of a straw. There we go. See, I did it again.
You did it in front of everybody?
Twice
Are you sure?
now. Yes, I did. God damn.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, look, I got stuff to say. I want to pretend I'm an important man with an agenda, with a list.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
What are you doing?
You know, they can hear you. Hold on.
Barry Dano, thank you for the $10 for the Gen X Moms Manicure Fund. I appreciate that.
Okay, sorry about that. That was one of those ones where my throat swelled up and I couldn't breathe or swallow and just had to take in a breath and as best I could. I had enough to say one word or one phrase, and it was tell her that she's on the air still. You notice I dedicated, if I have one dying breath, I used it to remind her, you're on air, they can hear you. I didn't say call 911. I said they can hear you. Wow.
So I have a little story to tell.
All right.
Because Jordan Adams is in the chat, and I have been talking to Jordan Adams. Kind of a sad story, but also a very cool story. He has 4 children. The last 2 are twins. And Elijah, his little boy, ended up having pneumonia over the holidays, and he sent me an email and wanted us to think about him and pray for him and his family and his wife. He just needed some guidance with his wife and how to handle it. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I hadn't heard from him for a while, and I just sent him an email back and went, can I get an update? Like, he just crossed over my mind, and I had to. And he said his little boy was doing better. He was on oxygen and everything. But I wanted Jordan, because he's in the chat right now. He says he's watching from the hospital. I want you to know that I saw you, and we're wishing you all the best with your little ones, all of them, because they're all going to go through something with this. And want you to know that all of us are supporting you and love you and hope it continues on the good side.
Well, good. I'm glad you brought that up. That would have been something that went right by because I can't catch everything. So
yeah. So everybody wish Jordan Adams, just some prayers or some thoughts for him, and just say that we're thinking of him. So he's in the chat.
Well, good. I'm reading something in the chat. Melanie Cole, you were in Vegas for your meet and greet while I was in Stockton. The trucker husband and I are home for a few hours, ready to head back out. Next time you're in Vegas, I'm there. We will be there in 6 days, Melanie. We will be in Las Vegas at the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. We're not headlining. There's no name on the marquee out front, but we'll be there in 6 days. So I'm not sure if you thought you missed this or if you meant the last time we were there, which was a year ago, but 6 days. If you're around in 6 days, come say hello. All right. There was something else I wanted to bring up. The $2 whore tonight. Nobody read tonight's description. Yeah.
I didn't either.
Nobody read. How would you not do it? And did the staff not read it either?
I didn't. I don't know if staff did. I was one of the staff members that
Why
did
do
not.
I bother? Why do I bother writing a paragraph in there if no one's going to bother reading it?
I'm sorry. I'm a little busy.
Unbelievable. Well, if anyone goes back and reads the description and solves the mystery, then they get a prize. I'm not going any further.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
They get a prize?
Yeah.
You didn't pass this by me.
Nope. And if you'd read, if you would have done your pre-show check-in, you'd have said, "Hey, wait a minute, what's going on here with this thing you wrote?" And then we could have talked about it, but you didn't. So
Josh Maddox said, I read it, and Lionheart goes, we're not allowed to read. So there's your 2 staff members.
Oh, Barry Dano. General, did you read my email? I think I did. Barry Sinatra Fund, but I don't remember what it is right now.
Unbelievable. So he really didn't.
I'm a little short on brain cells is all that it means.
Barry, he really didn't. But
Noel,
whatever.
member for 2 months. My mother is a grammar Nazi. We live in the South. We'll cram 3 words together and make a new word.
What?
Unawadaming? Fuck. I'm not from the South. I can't do that. Also, if I say Mrs. Fort Watton, can you translate that? Isn't she above the Mason-Dixon line? Am I going to get yelled at for that?
Oh, I don't know.
I would, wouldn't if I said, well, Mrs. Fort Watton can translate Southern speak because she has a Southern accent. But if she lives above the Mason-Dixon line and I say that, I'd get my ass kicked for saying something like that.
Just the Tiff wants to know if the $2 whore is Pat Benatar.
The $2 whore is not Pat Benatar, but a very, very good guess.
Ooh.
Just so you know, that's not too far off there.
Mrs. Four is going, damn, buffering. So maybe she didn't hear you. So maybe you're good.
Maybe that's good she didn't hear me. Then I'm okay.
Elizabeth Rojas says, is the $2 whore Phoebe Cates?
The $2 whore is not Phoebe Cates.
Oh.
So nothing there. Anyway, some of you have been asking about the blue wrenches and how sometimes there's staff members that have the blue wrench and sometimes they don't have the blue wrench. No one's being punished. We're trying to rotate because we have some staff members that are in tune with what's going on. What we don't want to do is we don't want, if they're all commenting, we don't want 30 blue wrenches going by because then people come in here and go, the only people who watch this show are your staff or your moderators. That's a bunch of bullshit. So we're trying to find a way because you even if they're just participating, it still shows the blue wrench. So
yes, and also to give them the option of having the night off.
Right. That does something for that too. But we have 3 on and 3 off. So don't ever think if you see somebody, hey, did you get demoted? The only person who would ever get demoted from being a moderator down to not having a blue wrench would be Low Torque. And that's because he's of low character and low quality individual. I'm not even sure why he's here. I don't even understand it. But
so
yeah.
Mrs. Four says she's below the Mason-Dixon line.
No, then we're good. Mrs. Four, anytime we have some Southern speak, we need you to translate for us because I don't get it.
All right. So I have a couple guesses on the $2 whore.
Go ahead.
Madonna?
No.
Joan Jett?
Nope. Close on the Joan Jett one,
Liza Minnelli?
Not Liza Minnelli. No.
Okay. So...
you know what? I wonder if I don't have a picture like that. I could probably show you guys one, but we'll do that in a minute. Okay, I got a complaint because I think this is bullshit. How many of you play chess? And I don't mean just like the basic rules. I know the basic rules of chess. And I was playing with the kid. This is one where I almost took my hand and I almost backhanded the whole goddamn board right across the kitchen. Because we got into an argument over a move he made. Now I know all the chess moves and what they do and where they go, and I know that one where the rook and the king trade places. They don't really
totally lost right now.
They don't trade places. They kind of jump different positions, but they switch sides, and it's called a castle move if I remember right. All right, so that's it. That's it. And I've been playing that way. I've played a lot of chess games. I'm not that good, but I play a ton of chess, and the rules have all been the same. So all of a sudden, I move one of the moves. I'm in the middle of a game with the kid, and I move my pawn up. He moves his pawn up. Now our pawns are side by side. Follow me on this. Side by side. I move my pawn ahead one more. Now, pawns can only attack diagonally and in front of them. His pawn, which is now behind me and diagonal one square, he attacks me from behind and takes my pawn. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? He goes, it's that's called en croissant or something. And I go, there's no fucking move after a French breakfast stick called a croissant. You're full of shit. He goes, no, that's a totally known thing. And I go, how come I wouldn't have known about that? No one's ever used that move on me in 55 years. And all of a sudden, I'm kind of winning this game. And so now my pawn passes yours. And all of a sudden you fucking stab me. It's like the pawn waits for the other pawn to go by and then reaches around and stabs him in the fucking back like that. I go, you can't do that. He goes, yes, it's an en croissant move, and it's totally legal. We argued, and I said, even if it's legal, you got to tell me before you do that shit. You can't just say, you can't just introduce it as you do it, as you're picking up my piece. You got to say, by the way, I learned a brand new move. Would you like to include it in today's game? I don't think that's even real. First of all, I couldn't spell it the way he spelled it, so I went to look it up on Google. I couldn't find if that was, because I don't know what the fuck he said. It's not even a real thing, and I couldn't figure it out. And he swore by it. He was so adamant about this. I'm telling you, I about knocked the fucking board on the floor. I was so pissed because all of a sudden there's a French backstabbing move called croissant, and you're dead, Dad. Bullshit. So I don't know if any of you are chess players out there, but I've played online chess against computers. I've never even had a computer pull that kind of a bullshit move. I don't know what kind of kindergarten playground rules he was going with here, but I was angry as a mofo.
Okay.
Just so you guys
So
know.
I have a couple guesses for $2 whore.
Wait a minute. Did nobody answer about the croissant move?
I'll get there, but
Okay,
I
go
have
ahead.
to do this.
All right.
Michael Steele?
Who's Michael Steele?
I don't know.
Is he guessing?
No, just the Tiff said that.
No, I don't even know who that is.
Cartman says Nicolas Cage.
No, it's a girl. Cartman.
Chrissy Hind.
Oh, close, but no. Yeah, not
Grace Slick.
Not Grace Slick.
Blondie.
Not Blondie.
Molly Ringwald.
No. Does nobody know what music I like from the 80s? Like, what are my favorite songs?
Lita Ford.
It's not Lita Ford. I love Lita Ford. It's not her. No.
Pat Benatar.
No,
Kelsey
no.
Grammer. I think they're all
Kelsey
guessing.
Grammer. No, it is a brunette from the 80s who I was completely in love with.
So it's Heather Locklear's out.
Yeah, she's a brunette. There it is. Ace Diamond says en passant. See, that's close to croissant. It's not.
Stevie Nicks.
But everybody said it wasn't a real move. I was reading it. There's not a real move. It's not a legal move. Look, Sean Fernote says not a legal move right there.
Oh, somebody said he probably got it from Harry Potter. So.
Oh my God! All right,
Charo. Everybody's at. You remember you gave a prize away, so everybody's throwing stuff in here.
Okay, I got. They're all blind guessing, and then none of them are getting it right.
Gloria Estefan.
Okay, Gen X Mom, listen to me.
Who am I looking for? I don't
I'm
even know the
trying to
answer.
tell you, coded it. You won't shut up for 5 seconds. Gen X Mom, listen. Without giving it away, without saying it, the one song that I play really loud that rocks the house when it comes on, and it's the one girl that I was in love with who looked like my first girlfriend and kind of looks like you. Do you know now?
Oh, Kevin Grimes, Laura Branigan. Oh no, Low Torque. Laura Branigan?
Who got it right?
Low Torque was first.
Low Torque was first. That it is Laura Branigan. Laura Branigan is no, he didn't. Well, unless he said
Yeah,
it
and
twice.
then Kevin Grimes said Laura Branigan.
I thought Kevin Grimes got it, but I don't know. I may be wrong on that. Anyway, so
I'm sure Low Torque will pass the.
So the on croissant thing, that can't be real. It's all bullshit, and I'm fucking angry about it. I still won't play with him.
Disney Kid says it is a legal move, but there is a requirement to use it, but didn't say what it was.
What's the requirement? Because I guarantee he didn't have any. There was no disclaimer before he did that shit. He just fucking backstabbed me with his pawn. Is all
And
that
Viral
happened.
Virtue says en passant is a real move, but he didn't do it right.
Oh, see? That figures. He even fucked up the cheat move he was trying to do. He tried to cheat and fucked it up. Yeah.
It looks like it's French, so you need to.
That's why I said croissant. I knew what I'm talking about, man.
Oh my goodness!
When you see a game where someone stabs someone in the back, you know right away it's French.
Josh Maddox is laughing. He goes, "You got to be freaking kidding me!
I'm
I
telling
just
you.
sang Gloria at my last gig.
Well, way to go. You couldn't even figure that one out, Josh.
I'm gonna make him do that in Vegas."
You know what's funny about Gen X Mom being on camera right now is like she has this big fit. She knows you got to be on camera. She's like, no, I can take a shower. I can do my hair, blah, 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 blah. And
It's
it happens
Saturday.
every fucking time. So she's got to look a certain way. She's got to fluff a little bit, wear the glasses. You know, she's got to look right. I get it. And the thing that bothers me is that every single time she has to be on camera for something, except when she does a FaceTime call with the Sun Valley Fox, because that's her brother, and she doesn't give a shit. But every single other time, if there's any sort of meeting going on, she's got to primp a little bit, except for the last staff meeting. The last staff meeting, I literally watched her. I went like this. I'm watching her. I'm sitting here. I'm watching her walk towards her office, and I'm like, there is no way she's getting on camera looking like that.
Hey!
I mean, Ethel Mertz, completely.
Wow.
For those of you who don't know who Ethel Mertz is, leave my live stream right now. Leave. Just leave. I don't want to spend time telling you.
I feel like leaving right now.
If you don't know
that was
who
mean.
Ethel Mertz is, then you just need to go. Okay? I don't want to have to explain this to you because you're clearly under the age of 35. Ethel Mertz, and I didn't say that to her. I watched her go in there, sit down, and I'm trying to find a way to go, usually you fix yourself up a little bit, and she usually beats herself up about it. So this time I'm trying to bring it up politely, like, did you forget you're going on camera? Stuff like that. She absolutely goes, I don't give a shit today. And I was like, seriously? She goes, yeah, it's just staff. Who gives a shit? Fuck them. I was like, okay. If you're okay, I'm okay. You know, it's fine with me, but I'm letting you guys know women have a double standard. All the yelling at me. I must have time to prepare. I will not go on camera without my hair. I need some time to. No, you don't. No, you don't. You just proved it. You do not. All that other shit you've been beating me up with it's a lie. It's a goddamn lie. So,
Hey, Mrs. Forwatten wrote, she's talking about Ethel. She goes, Lucy's neighbor. And if you don't know Lucy, she said, WTF. Wow.
yeah, I'm not sure why she did that. Why Mrs. Forwatten tried to help everybody. She just bent her knees. Okay, all right. You guys don't know who Ethel is. It was Lucy's neighbor. She probably got the same blank stare from the same people going, that was no help whatsoever.
She just called out everybody.
Not even a
my
little
camera
bit.
just went out. Oh, and I'm back.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
We're going to have to work on that.
Everybody says I look beautiful tonight, so.
Wow. Yeah. Well, okay. By comparison, yeah. I mean, you're staring at me. Of course you look good. I'm not looking good tonight. If we're grading on a curve, you look awesome because I look like shit.
Thank you.
Michelle Glass, $5 for Mom. Didn't say anything else. Oh, Michelle Glass, $5 for you, General. Didn't say anything else. Thank you very much, Michelle. We appreciate you stopping by. All right. So what's the other one? That was a Viral
Virtue,
$4.99. Hope you all are doing well. As a 21-year-old Zoomer, your advice in the videos is always appreciated, and they are always hilarious.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad you like those idiotic, dumbass ambush videos. A Zoomer, yeah.
That's nice. I love those.
Nail Lover, she's been here around forever, a familiar face among the Accords and always falling in the ranks correctly. My husband keeps drinking the Jack in my Gen X Talks glass. Wow, but that's your glass. He totally kiped your doobage. I'd say something. You know, I would. I don't know how I would handle that, but I can imagine. Okay, you got everything small again here.
My goodness. You're just freaking blind.
No, it's just you write things. There we go. There. Why can't you do that all the time? It's beautiful.
Put your glasses on.
I am not wearing my glasses in front of everybody. And I got my friends are here. I'm not wearing my glasses in front of my friends.
Oh, man.
Dung is fun. Says $5. If you want to make somebody pissed off from Australia, call him a Kiwi. If you want to make someone pissed off from New Zealand, call him an Aussie.
Ooh.
I did not know that.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make people mad. That's good to know, but I wasn't even on my radar. Loud one, $5. It's not my fault you can't read Australian. you just have to write. Come on, man. You had before you hit send, your little Google thing on there had to double check you and go, you sure you want to send this? Even Google probably told you this doesn't sound right, and you went ahead and did it anyway.
Most likely.
Ace Diamond, $5 whiskey fun drink. Well, I'm drinking, but I can't drink whiskey yet, Ace. Not quite yet.
Good. You hydrated.
I did. Lucky Duck says, what is your opinion on modern day lifter trucks? You probably meant lifted trucks. I don't mind lifted trucks. I think that people get carried away with that shit. If you're doing it for sport and competition and you're going out and you're mudding and you guys go into a spot that really requires it, that's one thing. But anything over a 4-inch lift, the stress that it puts on the rest of the vehicle is just fucking insanely stupid. I mean, if you're just going to park it for a show truck, but don't tell me you're going to the grocery store in that thing. I guarantee there's people that lift them. That they do the lifts. They do a body lift, and they're putting these big old fucking swampers on there, and that's their daily driver. That's the only vehicle they've got, and they drive that shit around to work. They're wearing out every fucking component 3,000 times faster than it's supposed to. They can't understand why they're broke all the time because they're putting money into their steering and suspension. Well, no fucking shit, man. So I do like them until you get carried away. Dova, happy Saturday. New sub here. Hubs told me about your channel. Well, then thank you to Hubs, man. Steering you in the right direction. Michelle, Glass member for 8 months. Bottom of the Glass Nation member. Really bummed because I won't be in Vegas. Well, why not? I don't understand what's going on. I mean, that every room in that hotel should be booked. Barry Dano, $5.
Sorry about that.
He writes like he talks. I know, Barry. That's a loud one. He literally must type with an accent. That's the only thing I can figure. Mrs. Fort Watton. So, General, would you agree to a weekly weigh-in? I'm very proud of your progress so far. It's almost daily, Mrs. Ford. In fact, I came down the stairs. I tell you the truth, I weigh myself every morning right before I come downstairs. And if GXMom is sitting down here, if she's in between doing stuff, she's taking a break, I get about halfway down the stairs. I make sure I get her attention, and I tell her where I'm at. And I lost another half a pound. And I weigh myself 3 times, and everybody's like, your scale's wrong. Fine. If my scale's wrong, it's still correct in how much I'm losing. It doesn't change every day. You know, if you go from 100 to 99 pounds to 98 pounds, you're still losing a pound a day. Now, the real number, but it might have been 102, 101, 199, and I may be saying 100, 99, 98. It may be off a couple pounds in calibration, but whatever it's off equally the whole time I'm weighing. So when I say I lost half a pound, I lost half a pound. That's important to remember. I know the little victories that I find so important in life. But yes, I wouldn't be opposed to a weekly weigh, and I every day. That's when I'm drinking nothing but water. And I now since Christmas, I've had nothing but water as far as liquids go. No milk, no orange juice, no, nothing like that. Not even a soda. And my food intake has been, like you guys know, nothing. It's been crackers, toast, flour tortillas. Tonight I did have broccoli. It's the first thing I've had different in all that time. It's broccoli, and I'm not even eating that much. And why? Because I'm scared. The only way I can describe it to you guys, it's like if you beat a dog. If you beat a dog for 30 days, I mean, you just kick the shit out of that dog for 30 days straight, and now the dog's scared of you because the dog is in pain every day, then all of a sudden you change and you try to be nice to the dog. When you walk up to pet the dog, to be nice to the dog, that dog cowers because he's had the shit kicked out of him. You've trained him. This isn't good. I'm going to get hurt. So even if you're extending a hand of niceness to the dog, that dog's afraid of you. I am the whipped dog right now. If someone handed me a cheeseburger and said, here you go, I'd get scared that I'm going to end up with that pain that I was in for those 3 days and on 3 nights. And on that 4th night, went to the hospital, went to the emergency room. That pain comes right back into my brain. As soon as I see a chili dog, as soon as I see a steak, I'm like, nope, hand me that bread over there. That's the truth. That is exactly where I'm at, is that it's conditioned me right now. What I went through for those 3 or 4 days was so bad. Anything that my brain says may send me back to that point, my brain just shuts off and goes, you don't like that shit anymore. Put it away. You never did like cheeseburgers, so the hell with it. I'm telling you, I have no cravings at all. None. And I'm not saying that won't change, but I don't have a craving for it because it's like getting your ass kicked. I don't want it. I'm not going to put myself in that position. I will be fine on water and bread the rest of my goddamn life.
Can't have that. I told you.
This house is already like a prison. GXMom's already like a warden. I think bread and water's fitting. If you just shackle me up, we'll be good to go. The picture will be complete. Yeah, that's the way I view it.
You need some protein.
I'm not saying I'm trying to live.
Oh, but you had chicken broth today, or chicken bone broth today.
That was some gross shit too, by the way.
Well, that's too bad.
I choked it down with the bread because I like the bread part, but I did have it.
That's too bad.
I did eat it.
Well, good. I'm so proud of you.
There wasn't chunks of chicken in it, though.
It's like having, a 2-year-old introducing a 2-year-old to do foods.
You're just not listening. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got, okay? I am.
With what you've got?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My mental capacities are saying no.
Okay.
Janet Duding says, dropped in half a C note, turned my whole screen pink. She says, do what the doctor says. We love you. I told you guys what happened when I went to the doctor. He just deferred me to like 6 other specialists. He didn't do shit. He's like, go see this guy, go see this guy, and go see this guy. It's like, so you're not doing anything for me? No, but I'm pretty sure those guys can help. Let me know what they say.
King Wisenoak said, what about rice and beans? Yes, he can have rice and beans, but we're trying to do a little bit at a time to see.
I have had rice one time, a small cup of white rice.
But beans we can. That has a lot of protein. That's a good one.
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing because he drew that fucking picture. I don't even have it anymore. The doctor drew a picture with that. I showed you that. He drew it on with pen and paper, and he's like, and he's rattling off stuff, and there was stuff I couldn't have because he makes it sound like, oh, he made it. Okay, here's one. If I have a steamed boiled carrot, that's perfect. But if I have a cold crunchy carrot, as it passes through my gut, it'll be scraping the sides of my gut. It's like, come on, man, that can't be true. There's no fucking ways that I'll chew it up and I'll no. And I'm like, God fucking bless it. So I don't know. I won't say I'm tuning the dude out because I'm sure he's smarter than me, but it just seemed like there's a lot of it was like, fuck, just leave me with the bread and water then, man. I'm telling you. So yeah, we talked about we talked about 6 days till Las Vegas, Red Rock Hotel. The end of March, the beginning of April, will be in Reno. The Sun Valley Fox will be there. I'm kind of thinking Dr. McDreamy will be there too if you guys want to lay eyes on either one of them along with Gen X Talk staff. Some of us will be there. Go look at the kids' website and check it out. It'll be down on there. There was something else. I had something to tell you guys. Okay, listen. Everybody always asks me, it's every live stream, and then I get some emails, and we get some of those direct messages, and they get forwarded to me. They're like, well, what is this? Is it politics in the United States, and what do we do? Got to be really careful now, right? Because the Republicans have the House. What does that mean? It means nothing's going to get done, which is kind of what I want. I'm okay with that. Just so you guys are listening, the Senate has to pass something, the House of Representatives has to pass something, and then the president has to sign it. And if you have one body that's from the other team, it doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat, if they're not all in lockstep with each other, nothing gets done, no bills get passed. Okay? All right. With that being said, the only other thing that happens in our country, for those of you outside of the country, is executive orders. Also, for those of you inside the country that are worried, pay attention. Executive orders can be signed by the president, and most of them are bullshit and illegal by every president that's done them. And what happens is it gets challenged because as an illegal thing, saying, hey, you're overreaching, you can't do that. It ends up in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court decides. The good news for us conservatives is there are a lot of right-minded thinking people on the Supreme Court. Things are being delegated around there correctly, which I really enjoy. The bad part for the left, for the liberals, is they don't have the Supreme Court rubber stamping all of their bad decisions. There's been some outrageously stupid things that have gone to the Supreme Court that it should never been an executive order, should never been any law-abiding citizen, should not have been going along with it. And the rubber stamp from the liberal Supreme Court said, yeah, sounds good to us, man. Click, go ahead, keep doing it. That's the Supreme Court is the safety net to whether something's unconstitutional. So as it sits right now, everybody can relax. There's not a lot that's going to get done. There's not a lot of big changes unless Republicans start jumping ship. And things will stay the way they are, and every executive order will quickly end up in the Supreme Court, and we'll see what happens. But chances are things right now for the next 2 years are on solid footing that they're not going to get worse in the legislative law bill area of the United States. So if you were worried about that, you can breathe a little easier because that's kind of how things go. And it's not because I am not clairvoyant. I'm just a history buff, and I'm telling you, this is just how it goes. So there you go. They can relax now and quit emailing me. There was some other stuff.
There's a couple things in the sheets for you if you want.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to talk about my book of lies. I wrote down a book of lies, and I don't even have a chance to go through my book of lies.
I know, there's just a few.
All right. If you'll quit nagging at me. Virl Virtue says $4.99. Turning my screen teal over there. Cheers to the beers. When can you drink again? I'm allowed to drink right now. I could drink right now. The doctor has not said anything about me drinking one way or the other than he would like me to cut down because he doesn't want my liver or my kidney or something to jump around and misbehave. But I could drink right this second. I'm not going to because I know that my repairing is not done yet. I'm not ready for that. If I'm going to have one drink, I'll tell you this. When can I drink again? When I say so. When will I probably say so? Honestly, I'm thinking that if I'm going to damage myself in any fashion, it would be in Vegas having a drink with you guys on January 13th. And I think it would be maybe with a makeshift live stream on a tripod, which I think we can do. I think we can manage that. I think I would get on camera with as many people around me as we could get. The bottom of the glass nation that showed up. I think I would do one then. I think I might risk the pain for that occasion. That's what's on my mind is repair, keep going and see how I feel. If I feel bad, I won't do it. But if I feel strong and stupid, which is most men in America, I think I might turn that corner and just and have that drink. I mean, Loudwin's getting married. It's a meet and greet. It's a lot of you guys are going to show up. Is there a better time to fuck up my life than that moment? No, that's like what it's for. So yeah, I would probably do that. What else was there? Barry Dano, a lot of us Canucks do too, for sure. Yeah, take off, you hoser, Great White North. Mike Barachon, General, why do your own children? There he goes. I thought he said, why do you own children? I was just stuck. Why do you own children? Like, did I say I owned a child? I got paperwork on them, but I don't think I own them. Can I sell
kind
them?
of.
In America, I'll give you a quick test. Think about this. The real test if you own something in America is if you can sell it. Try selling your kidney. Oh, that's the way it goes. Where was I? So, Mike says, General, why do your own children, the children you love, drive you to want to beat them? Well, because they're fucking idiots and they're intentional assholes most of the time. Yeah, I love you too, son. That's great chiming in over. He just walked in the front door and heard that. That children test us all. And when they're younger,
Don't they?
They test us when they're young just because it's an impulse. And they also like to see where the boundaries are because children do enjoy order, structure, discipline, boundaries. They have to see that framework is always in place. They'll test it. They'll tell you they hate it, but they rely on it. They fall back on it, and they need it to be there. When they're young, it's impulsive. It's just to see. They're always touching the electric fence to see if they can find a weak spot in it. However, when they become teenagers, they do it on purpose. They're not testing the boundaries to see if there's boundaries. They're testing you to see if they can make you fucking snap. And that's the truth. Teenagers, when there's an unhappy argument or a difficult situation, teenagers will rile you up, push your buttons, spin you up out of control, and piss you off just so they can walk in their room, slam their door, and go, well, I didn't get my way, but hey, at least I made them mad. And that's it.
So they're mad with us.
Yeah, they're just, if your teenagers have the attitude, if you're not going to let me do what I want, I'm going to make you miserable. There's your choice. Let me do what I want, or we're all going to be miserable.
Yeah,
what do you think?
That's pretty much true.
Which is good training for being married, so I think we're good there.
Whoa.
The Tasteless Chef. Is it weight loss or something else that you choose not to drink? Yeah, the medical stuff right now. Tasteless Chef. I ended up in the emergency room 7 days ago or so, and the pain was so bad I checked myself in, which I never do. I don't think I've gone to the hospital voluntarily more than twice my entire life. So it was bad. So I'm staying away from that. Mike says, I live in Summerlin, 30 seconds away from the Red Rock. Yes, you do. If you're in Summerlin, you're a stone's throw away. Well, Mike, stop by on Friday the 13th around 5 o'clock. We'll be at the Red Rock towards the back by the sports bar. There's a couple bars back there. We can take over some of that. Check it out. Janet Duding, take it easy in Vegas or I will fly out there and kick your ass. So now, was that not an invitation to cause Janet to fly out there? You do something bad, she'll fly out there. Consider it done. Challenge accepted, Janet. I'm all over that. Janet Duding again, member for 2 months. I'll pay $40,000 for Gen Z kid, super smart boy. You can have him. I would sell him for a lot less than that.
No.
Yes. $40,000? Yes. I would have sold them for $4. $40,000. Send the money.
Oh,
PayPal that. There's a PayPal link at the top of your screen right now.
Hey, everybody's asking where Two Bear is tonight. I think he took the night off with his beautiful bride. So everybody's asking.
Yes, she's right. Two Bear is taking the night off, and Two Bear is struggling with his son right now. And there was a little bit of a of a COVID complication without going too deep. And it just wasn't a super smooth thing. I think everybody got back home, but Two Bear had to kind of keep overseeing, his wife is mothering, of course, and the son is struggling. And it's Two Bear's, as it is with any man in that situation. It's his job to oversee the formative part of how that all goes together, that the medicines get brought home and the things you need are there. Just everything from adjusting the thermostat to the right temperature to making sure that everything is in place. So that's what he's doing. He's being attentive to his family.
Yes.
But I think it's going well. I think it'll be okay. Mrs. Lionheart, member for 5 months. I'm an extra. Now, the good thing about I get to see her.
I know.
We get to see her in Las Vegas. Now, I know it's not under the greatest of circumstances. I know she's only going there to make sure that Lionheart, her husband, behaves. And I'm okay with that. I don't care. Whatever gets you out there, whatever gets you over there, I'm good with that. If you say you're tagging along to keep him on his leash, fine. We'll tie him to a bar over in the corner and we can sit and talk. I'm all right with that. I don't care why she's coming. As long as she gets there, I'm very selfish.
Maybe she just wants to see us and forget about,
her husband.
I'm just saying.
Carlos Islas, Gen X dad, what is it we need? What is it we needed in life? I love that you tell it like it is, how it's supposed to be. Common sense is a blessing. What do we need in life? Right now, the thing that's been on my mind is I'm not going to use the common sense thing. The common sense is, you know what? I'd be happy if all of a sudden I could snap my fingers and everybody magically woke up tomorrow morning and had respect.
Well, you're not Thanos, so
I'm not Thanos.
I don't know what to do about that.
I know, but if I had the Infinity Stones and a gauntlet, maybe that would be one thing to just respect, because I think that would go. Imagine students and teachers, public and law enforcement, government as they debate. Little respect. If they were forced, if part of their brain just turned on that level of respect that people had during the greatest generation, I think that would go a long way. I think overnight we would see just a huge change. Daniel Connors, what's going on? Gen X Talk. Shout out from Omaha, Nebraska. Daniel, thanks for stopping by. Michigan Jackrabbit, $5 for the beautiful Gen X Mom's table. Now, that's confusing.
Why is that confusing?
Are you beautiful or is the table beautiful?
Maybe it's both.
I know. You could assume that it's the beautiful table from Gen X Mom. He didn't really say.
Okay.
Mrs. Lionheart, member for 2 months. Nah, not worried about Lion. There to meet you too. So apparently the leash is off. He can just run away and come back when he wants. She's like, fuck it. We're in Vegas here. Well, that's fine. Sit with us and drink.
Yeah, Ace Diamond said handcuff Lionheart to the bulkhead, give him a drink and a seat at the bar. That'll fix it.
I think we'd have to do more than a handcuff. That'd be leg shackles to the stool. And
I think he'd move the whole bar if he wanted to.
Get him to start walking away and the whole bar would just drag with him and go. Isn't that the damn truth?
And the party's over.
Yeah, if you drag the bar away, that's no good. No bueno por nada. All right.
Michigan Jackrabbit said, I will leave that up to individual interpretation.
Well, then I think it's a table. It's a very beautiful table. It really is.
It will be after you get out.
Why are you always trying to throw me out? You talked to your brother last night. You told the Sun Valley Fox this whole story about it. And it was all based around the fact of you getting me out of the house.
Yes. I want my table back. I want my house back.
All right, let me take a minute.
Sounds like a sad country song.
Yeah, got to get my house back. Oh, I got my house. I'm trying to fight for my house and get it back. You just, you guys are always asking me car stories, and I've written down some just to remember those. One of them, it's a dumb, stupid story, but it counts, and therefore I can say in the future, I told you a story. Leave me alone. Get off my back. I told you one. Here it is. Changing oil one time at a dealership, and it was a big Dodge truck. It was a diesel. It had a lot of quarts of oil. And I opened up the drain plug and nothing came out. And I thought, wow, okay, well, this is bad. There's no oil in this thing. And then I looked up inside there and it had like this, it looked like black plastic covering the drain hole. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe something's in there. I'll poke it with the screwdriver and move it out of the way, whatever this plastic thing is, and then the oil will come out. I'll switch cameras on that for this story.
Oh, thank you.
So was go to poke it like that. I'm going to poke the thing and move the plastic out of the way, and it was gushy. It wasn't plastic. it was gushy. And so I sat there for a minute. What is going on here? And very slowly, this tar slowly started to come out. I mean, 5 minutes, it had drained about 6 inches. It hadn't even got into the drain pan yet. And I'd never seen anything like it, never seen oil that thick. And finally, it thinned out a little bit, but the clunks came out, and it was just bloop. And I mean, slower than honey. So while it's draining, because now I got time to kill, this is normally a 20-minute oil change. I'm going to be here half an hour before the oil even gets drained out. I went and got the customer, an old cowboy, skinny guy, belt buckle, this fucking big. And I said, hey, man, what kind of oil are you running? And he told me, I put Pennzoil in there. And I said, well, you know, your oil's cases. He says, before you start lecturing me there, boy, on my oil, I change my oil regularly. I said, okay, well, how often do you change your oil and what kind of oil are you using? Because this is not good. And that guy looked me dead in the face. Now, if you don't know anything about cars, this isn't going to make any sense. But even if you know a little bit about cars, this is going to make a lot of sense, all right? And this is back before synthetic oils. All right. He looked at me, he said, before you get talking out there, boy, let me just tell you how it goes there. I change my oil 10,000 miles. Every 10,000 miles, whether it needs it or not. Religiously, every 10,000. That's like easily 3.5 times longer than you're supposed to. I called him. I said, well, come here a second there, buddy. Come on, fella. Walk over here with me. So he does his spitting and walks out there. And I showed him this stuff. I said, it's been over half an hour. I still can't get all the oil out. Do you see this? It's drained like that. He told me to put the drain plug back in it right away. I said, why? He goes, when the oil gets that thick, son, the only thing holding that engine together is that oil. You drain that oil out, my engine going to come apart. You might as well just pour that stuff back in there. I said, I'm not pouring your used oil back in your truck. Yeah, true story. I change my oil every 10,000 miles, whether it needs it or not. Okay, buddy, whatever you say. Yeah, you know, that I will say, you know what the rare part of that story is? You know what the uncommon part of that story is? Yes, it's a very sexist thing I'm about to say. The most uncommon part of that story, where I'm having a problem as a mechanic, is it was a man. Normally, all of my stories where I'm having some uncomfortable conversation is with a chick. Almost every time. Just so you know, I'm not saying you guys, but I'm not saying that all women are problems. I'm saying that every now and then you run into a woman that complicates the situation. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and we could say the same to you.
Yeah, well, you guys would be lying. You're just making that up to say it. You're just like, oh yeah, well, so are you. That's all you're doing. It's not a real thing. You're just saying it. It's not a real thing. And us guys know it. We know you're just saying, oh, okay, yeah, us too, sure. That's just like me telling a story and you coming up and going, I know you are, but what am I? Okay, whatever. That's the thing like that. That's all it is. To do something side. I was going to binge. There was something else I was going to tell you,
Mrs. Fort Watton said that was the worst car story you've ever told.
It was a quick...
That's what I'm just reading what she wrote.
It just came to mind.
You better come up with another one.
I got like 7 of them written down, but that was just one that came to mind. And not every story can be top shelf, Mrs. Four. Not every story.
Oh, Lionheart's feeling the blue wrench tonight. Is wood shedding supposed to feel this good? All right, Rick, calm down.
He's not Rick.
Rick Moranis, low torque?
Oh, you said Lionheart.
Oh, I'm sorry, low torque. I was reading.
Torque.
Is wood shedding supposed to feel this good? And he added Lionheart and Trippy.
Wow.
He's feeling the power.
He's feeling the power of the blue wrench. Well, I was going to tell you, when Lionheart swings it, imagine Thor, but not with a hammer. Imagine Thor with a big fucking wrench that's 4 feet. That's Lionheart.
Low torque goes, my skin feels electric. Calm down there, low torque.
Hey, listen, you guys, I'm starting to run out of breath. There's so many more things to talk about. I know it's been a little over an hour. We used to go 3 hours on stuff. I am running out of a little bit of breath. I do need to kind of pull back a little bit.
All right, let me read these last 3.
Go ahead, read them out.
Barry Dano, $5. In order to get the stuff back, you have to play the country record backwards.
That's
LOL.
Right. Yeah.
Eric Leroy, GXMom, when is the new table coming so I can get the general a new hole saw set? And Travis Myers, welcome to Bottom of the Glass Nation. I guess he re-upped his membership.
Listen, you guys, on a serious note, yes, there are those moments here. You guys have had a lot of messages to me and a lot of emails and a lot of things in the comment section on the times I've been able to make it up here to the microphone. In support, you've asked all the right questions. I've tried to give you the right answers for how my health is. I am losing weight. I am getting healthier. There's nothing wrong with me. I've been told there's nothing so broken that I won't be here for a little
No,
while.
everything's fixable.
Everything's fixable. Now, I've been told very clearly, if I don't fix it, then I'm dead. But it's like, you can fix it. You can. All I have to do is nothing or fuck up and I'm in trouble. But if I do the right thing, it's completely fine. Everything's okay.
There's no gray area.
Yeah, there's no gray area. It's like, if you go this path, you're going to live. If you go that path, you're going to die. So just do the right thing here. So as you might have noticed, I'm on that path. I'm doing the good thing here. So I wanted to say thank you guys for the concern. You guys have text messaged me. You've emailed me. You've said a bunch of stuff in the comments. You've been really kind on that. And I appreciate it. I know part of it is because you're just genuinely good human beings. I know a lot of the things I get is because from people that I've responded to your ills, your troubles, your problems with emails. Now you're returning the favor. I appreciate that too. Thank you very much. So I'll put GXMom back on the camera where she can say hello and goodbye to everybody.
Am I there?
You're there. You're on screen.
Because it's delayed on my end.
Well, you're there. Trust me, you're there.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at the Bottom of the Glass Nation. It was nice spending time with you. Bye.
And off goes her mic and off goes her camera. Now you're stuck with this again. I know I wasn't lighting it up tonight like we usually do. It was a cruise through show, but I was not in 100% shape when we started it. And I just wanted to make sure I was here. I really miss you guys when I don't show up. It's hard on me not to sit and hang out with my friends. You know what it was like when you were a kid. Even when you were sick, you wanted to go outside and play with your friends. And when you were done being sick, your mom would say, no, not yet. You're not over it yet. And you're like, I want to go play. That's the way I am. Even when I'm not feeling it. I mean, that really has to be killing me inside to miss a show. I'm selfish. I want to hang out with you guys. It bothers me immensely when I'm not here. So thank you guys. It's a Saturday night show, Bottom of the Glass Nation. We will give out whoever got that, whoever was the one who got the Laura Branigan $2 whore thing, send an email to GXMom at GenXTalks.com, and we will reply in kind. Make sure you put an address down. We can't send you something if we don't know where to send it. Anyway, we got 6 more days until Vegas, so we will have one more Bottom of the Glass Nation show, before then. So look forward to that on Tuesday. Now, keep in mind a couple things. We all go to Discord after here, where everybody hangs out is in Discord. You can put up the link in there. That's where we go between shows if you're wondering what to do and how to hang out. The other one is this. You guys have all been asking about what we're going to do for live streams. Las Vegas Thursday, we're going to be driving out Thursday, so that's the Bottom of the Glass Nation show. We are going to try to do something. GXMom has something special in mind too. She had something worked up to where she asked me, she goes, can we do this? And I said, if we have a good enough Wi-Fi signal, yes, we absolutely can. So she's trying to get that arranged with them where we can pay to have a good signal, strong signal. And there is something you can do, and I forget what it was. You can ask them that you have to have it for business, and they give you the password that gives you the more transfer rate. So we're strong there. She's working on that. If that works out, we'll do it. Also, Friday, which is normally not a Bottom of the Glass Nation show, is when we're supposed to have the big shindig. Yeah, the big event that also includes the wedding. So we're trying to set up a tripod there where we can have we're trying to figure out a way to split screen half and half, 2 cameras so you can see both sides of the room and see what's going on and at least participate a little bit. I'm not sure what we're doing for the microphone gig. I'm kind of leaving that up to the kid, what he's going to bring. I don't care what gear he wants to bring, I'm in. We could also do something where we're taking those phone calls too from you guys. If we're in the hotel room and we're just kind of surmising the day, we can do that. So anyway, it's going to be an exciting week being out there. I'm sorry I'm going to miss everyone who isn't showing up, but if there is a way we can make it more inclusive, there's a way we can point the camera and see what's going on, I think that would be a lot of fun. So we're working on that. Don't think we're just disappearing for 4 days and we're going to be off the grid. No. We're trying to go a different route like that. So if you can make it out there, please be part of it. If you can make it for the special event after the main meet and greet, please be part of that too. Anyway, thank you guys for wasting an hour and 18 minutes with Gen X Talks. If you were going to kill an hour of your life that you're never going to want back, what better place to do it than with us? And wherever you're listening around the world, we'll catch you guys where? You know, say it with me. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.